So Multiversus is scheduled to return May 28th, and while that's still some time away, it's good to have a release date to look forward to. But aside from the release date, Player First Games has also released some additional information that I want to talk about, and that relates to the game being updated to Unreal Engine 5 and the netcode getting an overhaul. But before we get into it, if you're going to enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. I'm currently on the grind for 1,000 subs before the end of the year, so if you want to help out, all support is appreciated. Now if you aren't aware, a new video has recently released on the official Multiversus YouTube channel, and in this video, we got a huge update from Player First Games, not only telling us that the game will be making a comeback May 28th, but we also got some insight into what's going on behind the scenes with Multiversus. And if you haven't seen this video, I will have a link to it in the description, so check it out if you haven't already. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the game getting switched to Unreal Engine 5. I'm not the biggest tech guy, so when I hear this, I may not completely understand how big of a change this actually is, but I do still want to give my take on the topic. In one of my last videos I made on Multiversus, I talked about some of my biggest fears for the return of the game, and one of the biggest things that I was afraid of was Player First changing how the movement system felt in-game. And I know movement isn't what you think of when it comes to a platform fighter, but when Multiversus was in its beta state, one of the things that made it stand out from other games in the same genre like Smash was the movement. Multiversus had a really fast but surprisingly smooth movement system, and I would hate to see that nerfed. So let's hope the update to the engine doesn't tweak the movement system too much. But anyway, staying on the same topic, the update to Unreal Engine 5 comes with a graphical fidelity upgrade, and from what I can see, it's a night and day difference. The game looks so much better than it did while in beta, and I think that's a huge positive for the game, so kudos to Player First for that. But now we get into the second biggest thing that is coming to Multiversus moving forward, and that is the change to the netcode. Touching back on that last video I talked about Multiversus, I also talked about how the servers were not up to par for online play. The bad servers made for a bad online experience, and with Multiversus being a fighting game at its core, I'm sure you can understand how that's a recipe for disaster when it comes to the competitive side of the game. And as someone who was grinding the competitive side himself, I can assure you, it was bad. It was pretty bad. So let's hope this netcode upgrade is definitely a positive, just like the engine upgrade, and hopefully Player First can just knock it out of the park this time. But what are your thoughts about all of these changes coming in the future in Multiversus? Are you excited for the return, or do you feel the hype has died down? Do you think the game will finally take off and be a mainstay in the platform fighter genre? Let me know your take on the situation down in the comments. This has been Illusion, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.